What can you tell me about this object you brought in today?
It was left outside our hospice at home shop
Right.
yesterday morning. I'd just gone to the bank, and so was away about a quarter of an hour before we opened. And when I came back, this was on the doorstep.
Right. So someone's left it as a gift for your charity?
They have.
That's a generous gift. So what do you know about the object?
We thought it was possibly a coal scuttle, but one of
Right.
your folk here thought it might be a peat.
Right.
Basket.
Well, it's neither.
Right.
This is not for coal and it's not for peat, because if you can remember, most coal buckets are open on the top. This
Exactly.
has a cover,
Yes.
and the reason it has a cover is to keep the interior safe from the rest of the house. This is Dutch, 19th century, made for moving hot coals around the house. So if you were a parlourmaid
Yes.
and you were moving coals up to the bedpans upstairs,
Yes.
you'd take the coals out of the fire in the kitchen, which is burning all day,
Yes.
and move it upstairs with a lidded vessel like this.
Yes.
So it's a nice object, but it will probably be used for coal or just by a fireside for display
Yes.
purposes
Yes.
at the moment. So you want me to flash the cash,
Yes.
but I shall put what I think is a generous offer on the table. Now, how does £40 appear to you?
I think we'd hoped we'd get more, get up to 50.
Well, I'm prepared to go to 45. I think that's about as far as I'd want to go really at this stage.
Now, Isabel, I've walked in here. First of all, I've heard everything that you had to say, and it's absolutely right what it is. 40 to 60
Yes.
is the estimation. You've got £45 there. If you put another fiver down for £50, then I in turn will also throw 20 quid in, because
Gosh.
I'm a fan of the hospice and I feel we should support. So
That is overly generous of you,
That
Dave,
is
and
very
I think
generous.
then,
very happy to do that.
if I think from our dealer's point of view, he's got to sell that, and he'll just about get out of it and make a very slim profit if that. So I'm putting my little bit in. So I'm going to say to you, accept that. That's a good deal, and it's going to a wonderful cause.
Thank you very much indeed. Thank you
Well,
very much.
Have we got a deal?
We have.
Excellent. Well done.
Thank you very much indeed.
Well, good to see everyone putting their hands in their pockets for a worthy cause. Now we head over to Karen's table, where the Duke and auctioneer David Brooks are taking a keen interest in this next item.
Right, quite a handsome object we've got here, haven't we? Family piece?
It is. It came from my late husband's aunt.
Okay.
And I have a daughter and son, but it's not their
perfect.
style type of thing for what would go in their home. So,
Yeah. So perhaps get a bit of money in and treat yourself, is that?
no, treat them.
Treat them. Oh, even better. Brilliant. Right, let's get down to the object. So it's come back from your family, but date-wise, my guess is we're looking about 1860, 1870. If we took the pottery piece away from the ormolu base, it would be marked.
Well, it is marked when you lift this off.
There's something on there, is there?
Inside.
Okay. NB. Okay, so
And there
that
is
probably
something on there.
refers. Yeah, that'll probably refer to the metal part. So you've done my job for me. You've lifted it
Sorry.
off, haven't you? No, that's brilliant. So we've got here an oil lamp, haven't we?
Yes.
Of course, they didn't have electricity then, and you'd rely on these lamps to light up the room and the candles. But what's quite nice about these, and you've beautifully demonstrated it for me, is that in the winter you'd have it on top as a working oil lamp, and then in the summer you'd have this little beauty as an urn for vases. So it's got like a dual purpose. If I had to guess a factory, I mean, with this beautiful sort of Grecian design, very typical Wedgwood, beautiful ormolu mounts, and just a really, really handsome piece. I like it. Let's get some money out, see if I can tempt you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 100. 200.
The independent value, as David said, 80 to 120.
Yeah.
I thought that was very conservative. Where were you on that?
I'm more with the independent valuers. I can see where they're coming from, because of that classical design isn't terribly in fashion at the moment. And hopefully one day, everyone will appreciate that again.
Absolutely. Well, Karen does, doesn't she? She'll have it straight down to one of those international fairs. She'll have it sold tomorrow.
280 in it. You didn't stop me, I was waiting.
Yeah. Well, let's say that is a very good offer. And I think I would make it a deal.
Annette, that's brilliant. Thank you so much for... Oh, look out, look out. Oh, David, you've got to be quicker than that.
The cash was out like a king cobra striking. How much did it go for?
280.
OK, the estimation from our independent valuers was 80 to 120. I have to say, I thought it was worth a lot more than that. I still think 300, 350. I think on the day, Karen has got herself a bargain, but I think you have got a fair price. If you went to the sale room, minus the commission, it probably wouldn't be that much different. What a cracking lot.
You could see how much I loved it, can't you?
Yeah.
Excellent. Thank you very much. It's been a real pleasure. I can't wait to get it home.
Yeah, well, my children will be happy as well.
Yeah.
So having paid double the valuation, how does Karen feel?
Now, have I got a bargain? Well, I'll know that when I sell it. But I think I paid a fair price. I still think I'm going to do all right with it. So if I love it, there's other customers out there that I know are going to love it too.
So back to the dealer's den.
Hi, I'm Ian.
I'm Gordon.
Gordon.
And on Ian's table, there's a tiny piece of deep-sea treasure.
So what is this we have here?
Well, my hobby's scuba diving.
Scuba diving.
Yes. Well, it
Okay.
was until sort of the end of last year. And I found that in a jar that I brought up. And I was cleaning it out, the silt, and that came out.
And that comes out of the jar.
Came out of the jar.
And what other goodies did you find in these jars?
Mainly stuff that smelled a lot, and
I can imagine that, yes.
you know, and,
Rotting debris.
most of it, yes, algae and the silt, and but nothing.
Nothing very exciting.
No.
Well, this is rather interesting, really. I mean, it has got a line indicating that it is silver, and it's quite a weighty little gun. What it would have been used for, I don't know, apart from being just a little display ornament. I imagine it's probably turn of the century, 1890, 1910, somewhere in that region. In value, what do we have here? The weight of silver plus a little bit more is how I would gauge it.
Yes.
Well, let's say 25 pounds. I know it doesn't sound a lot, but I mean,
Yeah.
there's nothing much I could do with it, you know. So what do you think of my offer of 25?
I don't.
You don't?
Well, Gordon, I've come in here because I've heard your comments, and in some ways, I feel the same. I have never seen that model of a rifle, a carbine, whatever it is, and I just think that's a good gambling item, and so I'm going to say, take a shot at it, put it in the auction.
Would you gamble it at auction?
Yes, I'll take it.
You'll take it to auction? I think it's a good chance. It could make more. You know, I'm sure it will make more. But, you know, as far as I'm concerned, it's worth that to me. Let's hope it does very well for you in auction, and good luck in auction. And
Thank you.
you for bringing it along.
Thank you very much.
Coming up, find out if bid cards go shooting up after the break.
Well, that went off with a bang, didn't it? What a nice surprise.
Welcome back to Dickinson's Real Deal. Earlier we saw Gordon turn down Ian's offer of £25.
Would you gamble it at auction?
Yes, I'll take it.
You'll take it to auction? I think it's a good chance. It could make more.
5, 8.
So let's see if it fares any better in the auction room.
£10 to my left now and selling at £10.
You've come here to the sale room today. It's coming up any second now. The reserve is £35. Is it going to sell? Let's find out. It's coming up now.
We come now to lot 170A, which is the Hallmark Silver Novelty Rifle. Interesting lot. Commission interest, various ones. I'm going to have to start the bidding with me at £65.
Someone knows something about this. £65. They
Various
like it.
commissions. Any advance? 65, 70, 75. It's with me at £75 now. 80, fresh bid in the room. 85 now, commission. It's against you, sir. It's 85. 90. Thank you. 90 in the room. Commission's out. Room bidder at £90.
90 quid now.
We're in the room at 90, and make no mistake, we're selling at £90.
Well, that went off with a bang, didn't it? What a nice surprise. So £90, we have a commission to take away, about 9 quid from that, so we've got £81. Now, Gordon, what's your first reaction to that?
Surprise.
Surprise?
Yeah.
I have to tell you, I'm pleased. In some ways, I'm not so surprised because small pieces of decorative silver, especially novelties, normally do well. On the day, £90 under the gavel, taking home £81. I tell you what, Ian Towney, you missed out, mate. That was the real deal.